A very good morning to all of you. Today, you are going to know about essential features of maps. Components of a map. They are directions, scale, conventional signs or symbols. There are three components of maps: direction, distance and symbols. Though maps can be of various shapes and sizes, the latitudes and longitude of the area are usually mentioned along the edges of the map. Usually at the top corner of the map, you will see that the direction or cardinal points are marked by a vertical line with an arrow, a north line, pointing to the north. Here, a north line is made, you can see clearly. Now, the next important component is the scale. In any map, you can see a scale like this. And the third point is the conventional signs or symbol represent many things without making the map clumsy. But first of all, let us see or study about the direction in detail. Direction is the most important component of a map. It is important and useful to describe one place is in relation to another. With reference to the north line, four major directions are north, south, east and west can be determined. They are known as ordinal directions and the point are referred to ordinal points. The intermediate directions between these points are northeast, southeast, southwest and northwest. They are also called ordinal directions. So the diagram given below shows all the 8 directions or ordinal directions. A common showing a compass. Here you can see a picture of a compass that's showing directions north and south. And below that you can see a map. It shows all the ordinal directions: north, south, east, west, northeast, southeast, southwest and northwest. So in any map you can find directions by marking north line. How can we can find directions by the following three ways. Number one, finding the direction of the rising sun, which would represent east. You all know that the sun rises in the east. So if you will find the direction of the sun rising, where the sun rises, in which direction, then you can get all the other directions. If your right hand point to the rising sun or east, your left hand would point to the west, north would be in front of you and south would be towards your back. Number two, by looking at the pole star in the night sky, as the pole star is directly above the north pole. So pole star is always rises in the north pole. So if you will get north, then easily you can find south, and the right hand side it will be east and left hand side it will be west. And third way to find direction is by using a magnetic compass with north-south direction. So just now you saw a diagram, a picture of the magnetic compass. It shows always north-south direction. So these are the three ways for finding direction at any place. Now, the next component of a map is map scale. Scale is the ratio between the distance on the map and the actual distance on the ground. The distance between any 2 points on the map measured along a straight line is the map distance. For example, distance between point A, you can see in this map, point A is a temple and point B is a school, represented by 8.5 centimeter. So in map it is 8.5 centimeter, but the actual distance on the ground it is 8.5 kilometer. And a scale is drawn in the corner of this map. You can see 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. So it is shown 8.5 centimeter is equal to 8.5 kilometer. The actual distance between point A and B measured along a straight line is the ground distance. For example, the actual distance between A and B is 8.5 kilometer. The relationship or ratio between the map distance and the ground distance is the scale of the map. So therefore, the scale is 8.5 centimeter is equal to 8.5 kilometer, and 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. So the scale of the map can be represented in three ways. The first one is by statement, that is 1 centimeter is equal to 110 or 10 kilometer. So first way to representing a scale is by a statement, and the second way to represent a scale is by making a linear scale. Linear scale, where the scale is shown graphically on the map by a numbered straight line. Each division of the scale represents a certain distance on the ground. So, if in the map a scale is made like this, you can find out the distance between two places. And it can be represented, and third type or third way to represent scale, that is in fraction. So distance on the map by distance on the ground. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 kilometer or 10 lakh kilometer. So reference representative fraction is equal to 1 ratio 10 lakh. So in this way, in three ways you can represent a scale. Now map symbols, conventional symbols and signs. Signs and symbols. Here you can see various signs and symbols. International boundary, state boundary, district boundary, wells, telegraph office, police stations, etc. So on map, you can show all these things by making different signs. Map provide a lot of information, physical features like mountains, peaks, rivers, forests, political boundaries, social and cultural features like towns, settlements, temples, churches, mosques, roads, railways, bridges, etc. are shown within a map. It is not possible to represent them in their actual shape or size within the map. So, it is also not possible to label all the features within the given map. Hence, detailed maps need to use a wide variety of signs, symbols, colors, letters to show all the different features without making the map clumsy. For example, blue color represents water bodies, green represents forest or agricultural fields. Many symbols have an obvious meaning, but a key or reasons help to understand these symbols clearly. These signs or symbols are accepted universally and are known as conventional symbols or signs. The key to these conventional signs is usually shown at the base of the map. So you can see the reference in the map that shows the conventional signs or symbols. Now, in the next class, you will study about sketch. That's all for today. Thank you. Have a good day.